What is up, guys? JayFerGaming here and welcome to the 2016 Malaysian Grand Prix, and I hope you guys are psyched for the race this weekend. I really am, and I always do it by doing a race with the upcoming track just to get in the mood for the whole weekend, as we have been deprived of F1 for 2 weeks, so it's good to be coming back. And it's weird to be driving Malaysia at this time of the season. Usually it's race 2 of the season, so yeah, I just feel the positioning's a bit strange, but I suppose it makes sense just coming after the Singapore Grand Prix. So if you are new to my channel, do remember to subscribe. Some random races like this for career mode and league race highlights, but you can see the start grid for this race. I did do one-shot qualifying, and I always say it mixes up the grid, and you can see Rosberg's down in 10th, and it makes for a very enjoyable race. Of course, I retired at the start of the session, so I'm right at the back, and in this race I will be driving as Valtteri Bottas in the Williams. I'm going to try and mix it up and try and drive as most cars this season. There are 6 races to go, and this is my 4th one, so there will be one team that I won't be driving as, unfortunately. In terms of strategy, I obviously don't have to start on any particular tyres, but something that was concerning me, the mandatory tyre. It's not a rule I've really heard of. I know, like last season, for example, you had to drive option prime, but I wasn't sure if I had to go on 2 hard stints. That's a little bit misleading there. I wanted to go on softs in the final stint, but I was pretty sure that I would only have to go on the hard tyres once. But yeah, I was a little bit concerned, so if someone could explain that rule to me, that would be fantastic. So we're starting the Malaysian Grand Prix. 5 lights. And away we go. They seem to be held for a very long time. We get a pretty decent start on these medium compound tyres. We're going past NASA to the right of us. Magnussen hasn't got a great start, but into turn 1 we haven't really made up any positions. NASA's flying up the inside, and he's lucky not to make contact with Grosjean there, but we're taking the inside line into turn 1. Very frustrating set of corners, but great for racing and overtaking. And we're trying to get through and slotting the car into the space up to P19, and now we're trying to chase after Haryanto, who gets blocked there. So I think we did make contact with him. Luckily no damage to the front wing, but yeah, he broke and I had nowhere to go, so I went straight into back of him. So we go up the inside of Haryanto, on sides into the braking zone. That is P17. So very solid start here. We are on the medium compound tyres, as I mentioned before, so moving on to the hards next, and then hopefully the softs. So we'll have the quicker tyres at the end. But if you look at the sky, it looks a bit threatening, doesn't it? Very grey indeed, but apparently, according to the weather forecast, there is no rain in this race. But we're looking at NASA. We're thinking for a late move here up the inside. He leaves us the space, and we get the move done. I think he's close, but no, we've got it done up to P16. So solid first lap. And this is after a patch. There's been another patch, if I'm not mistaken, and I think the Williams car performance has definitely been scaled down. I think the car performances have been updated in this most recent patch, as we do a flying move up the inside of Ericsson. So Williams aren't as quick as they probably were earlier on in the season. Earlier on in the season, I think they were definitely 4th quickest car, but now they've probably dropped back behind Force India. But talking about Force India, we're about to overtake one as we go up the inside of Hulkenberg. Better straight line speed. Oh, we're so close to the back of Gutierrez there. I went in 3rd gear for some reason. I usually go 2nd gear in that corner, but yeah, luckily avoided the back of the Haas car. But Hulkenberg behind us, not too close, but I think we're closing in on Gutierrez. Slipstream is very powerful, and we're going to go for it up the inside, and that is solidly P13. We've had a fantastic start here, and as long as we can stick with the cars on the soft tyres, we should be in for a good haul of points in this race. But Gutierrez is actually fighting back. I did see on the first lap that chicane at the start of the lap is great for racing, and Gutierrez just suddenly slows down for absolutely no reason. So there, finally got P13 off the Haas car, and now to go after his teammate Romain Grosjean. And now to lap 2. This corner, I used to always say in every single video, I used to absolutely hate it. I used to be so bad at it, but on this game it seems quite a bit easy. I don't know if it's just me, but I seem to have the grip through there, and it results in a fantastic exit, and we're breezing past Grosjean here. We might get Button as well if he does leave the door open. We think about it, and we've got the move done. We force him a little bit wide, so he's... Oh, we nearly lost the back end there. Calm it down, lad, calm it down. And luckily for us, Grosjean and Button were battling, so they didn't put us under pressure after that. And now we're on the edge of the point, on the back of the Toro Rosso Kvyat, who is on the same compound tyre as us. So we're thinking about it. This is usually a prime opportunity to get past the AI, as they don't really defend it very well, and you can just throw it up the inside, and there we go, finally into the top 10. And now our next victim could be our teammate, but he's actually going into the pits as he's on the soft compound tyres. Verstappen pit on the previous lap, which seemed pretty early, but he's further down the field, and there's quite a few cars in the pits. So that suggests, if you include qualifying, that the soft tyres can last around probably 8 laps. So that's not too bad, and I'll keep that in mind for my final stint. And with cars pitting, that got us eventually up into the lead. So with the lead runner on the medium compound tyres, with Kvyat not too far behind, but we stretched the tyres out to lap 9, which seemed like pretty much the maximum for this compound, as we go far too wide into the pits. Took a little bit too much speed into there, but now we're trying to slow the car down before the pit line. And as I tend to do, I do it very cautiously, especially when I haven't done practice and I don't really know where the pit line is. But Sainz is in the pits there, and actually Kvyat has done the undercut on us, and he's gone for another set of the medium compound tyres. So we're down in P16. It doesn't look too great, but I'd imagine a few cars got the undercut. The cars we overtook who were on the soft tyres. So we're skipping to lap 12 now. We're behind a bit of a train of cars, and we are struggling to catch up to them because we are on the hard compound tyres, which is definitely the slowest around here. And Gutierrez on the medium compound is closing in with DRS slipstream, and we have to go a little bit defensive here. Gutierrez does outbrake us, but going around the outside there is going to be very tricky. Can he hold it for the inside for turn 2? No, he cannot. And we're maintaining 14th, but we could do a closing in with the cars ahead, and we eventually do as button goes for a move on Romain Grosjean. That slows the threesome up. And now we've got DRS. Finally we've got DRS, so we can get involved in this battle, and it's looking very feisty indeed. It's 3 wide going into turn 1. Anything can happen, especially with the AI drivers, who are pretty insane. But we're looking for the gap up the inside of Grosjean. Can we get Kvyat? No, not enough room there, but I think we're going to be side by side with Grosjean here, so we need to give him the room. Them two ahead of us are still side by side. We've got the Haas driver up to P13, so let's see if we can pounce on these two battling ahead of us. Kvyat's actually holding button up in the straight line, so can we go for a move down up the inside? No, not enough confidence there. So we go and try and get a great exit. And now through the fast left-hander, we're rounding outside. Can we make this stick? This would be an unbelievable move, but I don't think so on these hard compound tyres. And the Williams doesn't have the best chassis in the world, so downforce is a little bit of an issue. But of course, we are strong in a straight line, and there's a couple of very long straight lines at this track. And here we go, using DRS and that straight line speed I was talking about. And we're going to go for the move on the McLaren. And we get it done. Can we get Kvyat into the final corner? He leaves the door open, and we actually get it done. A double overtake. Brilliant move there, and up to P11. And now we could get close to the points. So we're getting close to our final pit stop, as Kimi Räikkönen comes out the pits for his final stop, just ahead of us on the medium compound tyres. We're just running these tyres right now. We are coming into the pits, I think at the end of the next lap, for a 7-lap stint on the softs. But I thought I want to overtake this Ferrari just for the pride and the sake of it, for the action, for the scenes in the crowd. But of course Malaysia doesn't really have much of a crowd, and we go for the move where Räikkönen moves across. It wasn't really a great move to go for, but we make slight contact. Luckily there's no damage once again, but yeah, I was trying to brake as late as possible, and you can see the difference in grip there. Fresh mediums against worn hards and a better chassis car. But at the end of lap 21, we're coming into the pits for hopefully our final pit stop. I obviously want to say hopefully, because we could crash out at any point and need a front wing. But here we go. Less cautious, but we still lose a bit of time. Let's see how far we drop down in the order, because we will be probably one of the only cars on the soft tyres. The AI don't tend to well, in this race, didn't tend to go for the soft tyres unless they were starting on them. And we actually come out in P12 just behind Jenson Button, but I'd imagine we should get past him very quickly and then try and close in on, I think it's Hülkenberg in P10. So we could do again past this McLaren Honda as soon as possible, using the slipstream and the grip of the soft tyres up the inside. Can we get it done? Yes, we can. Pretty decent move there, up to P11, and now we need to close down the gap on the points. So starting at the back in this Williams, I was expecting to get into the points, and hopefully we can nab a couple, because yeah, that's kind of what we expect from a Williams. And it took till the penultimate lap just to get close enough to Hülkenberg and actually get DRS. There's a yellow flag because Marcus Ericsson has actually retired with, I'd imagine, engine issues, of course, as pretty much every retirement on this game is. But We're slowly getting closer to the Force India, but this has been very difficult to close in. Even though we're on the soft compound tyres, they are starting to go off for me, even though I get a fantastic exit there. And are we going to go for it into the fast left-hander? We tried round the outside before. This time we go down the inside. Where's he gone? And I think he's going to come across us. He does. So we've gone very wide. We've had to go down to gear 4, side by side through the section. And oh, we made contact. What's going on here? We're in the barrier. It's game over. Oh, that was a mistake on my part. It was a great battle. We were losing time to Massa ahead of us, but it looked pretty strange here. And yeah, I just jerked slightly to the right. I don't know if I was trying to psych Hulkenberg. I honestly don't know what I was doing there. You'll see on board with Hulkenberg here. But I'm actually going to go for a flashback because obviously this isn't career. If this was career mode, I'd just retire from the race. Keep it realistic, but it's just a random race, really. So I'm going to continue and then see what happens. But you can see I just randomly move right here. I don't know why I did that. I honestly don't. It's this turn here, and then his rear wheel clips our front wheel and with bam, straight into the wall, broken front wing, broken suspension, game over. So we actually continue. This is attempt number 2, and it's pretty much the same situation. Hulkenberg does get further ahead, and now we're side by side once again, and we nearly do the same thing again. We were so lucky there. I don't know what I was doing there. Yeah, I can't really explain it. So let's try and get Hulkenberg and just try and nab a point, because I think we're dropping a little bit too far behind Massa and P9. But it would be pretty cool to beat our teammate, and it took till the second DRS zone, which we're going to get, and we're actually very close to Hulkenberg. We got a fantastic exit there. So with DRS, this should be a pretty simple move, and I go to the outside just so I have an optimum line going into turn 1. But yeah, the move is done. Oh, we don't want to lock up too much, up to P10. And can we close our teammate Massa on the hard compound tyres? The answer was no, sadly. And we're actually under pressure from Hulkenberg because our front tyres have gone off very quickly. I think we might see here. No, I don't go to that screen, but I think we saw 82% on both front tyres. But Hulkenberg's going for the move into the final corner. He's got the outside line, so it's going to be tricky unless he tries to switch back. But we try to keep the car to the apex. We squeeze him out, and we're just ahead of him. And it looks like we're going to nab a point here. We're celebrating a little bit prematurely, but still, we get that point we were craving. And that was a pretty entertaining race. Hope you guys did enjoy that, and I do hope that gets you in the mood for the Malaysian Grand Prix this weekend. But yeah, strange to not have any rain or any strange weather around here, but some awesome racing nonetheless. There are the results. So if you did enjoy that one, please do leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more of my F1 2016 content. Hope you guys enjoy the Malaysian Grand Prix, and I'll catch you in my next video. Goodbye.